Okay, so let's hit up hard numbers, right? What should I start with? We'll start with 300 million.
So Chinese President Xi Jinping aims to install 300 million surveillance cameras in China by 2020. Today there are 200 million, which is about 4 times what there is in the U.S. and sort of roughly 1 for every American citizen.
How does that compare to the UK? Because the UK has...
That's a very good question, because the UK it has a very robust sort of surveillance system. I don't know how the numbers compare, but it's sort of amazing to think 1 for every American citizen. I mean,
yeah, it is.
It's pretty staggering.
Yeah.
All right, this one is really, I've known this for some time, but it's good that it's getting a lot more focus. Half times 282.
So there are 282 mobile payment systems in the world. About half of those, more than half actually, are in sub-Saharan Africa. We tend to think of countries in technologies in countries sort of letting them leapfrog developmentally, do new tasks that were very difficult. This is one interesting example of not needing banking. You have these new technologies coming in. They're allowing people to buy and sell and transact in a way that you might not have expected.
I saw that firsthand when you would see that people in remote villages in Western Africa who just were able to bank and pay for services using their mobile phone.
Yeah,
and so
amazing.
The mobile technology in sub-Saharan Africa is very strong, very, very strong.
Can we finish off by bringing things back around to NATO? Because you've
Absolutely,
got another
I'd
NATO.
love to.
Number 3, because this speaks to what the president's been complaining about.
It does. So by 2024, it's expected that the number of countries that will actually live up to the 2% commitment, which to be fair is a commitment, isn't a formal commitment, but it's something that they've said they want to do.
Right. Not a requirement or an obligation.
Not a requirement, not an obligation, but a commitment. Will triple from more than triple from where it is at 5 countries today to 16. So it's a sense, and this is starting since 2017, that the president is actually getting his way with these countries, and him pushing them around to some extent is incentivizing them to bolster their defense spending, for better or for worse, right?
Right.
What's more important, the money spent on NATO or the protections that it offers all of the members?
I mean, for me, I think it's the protection it offers all its members. I mean, the irony of this all is that the U.S. and the U.S. administration has bolstered its defense spending markedly, right? The increase in the U.S. budget from 2016 to 2017, just the increase, is larger than the entire defense budget of Russia.
Wow.
So this is not, President Trump goes out and he's trying to save the Americans a buck, but the U.S. is at a time when the U.S. is boosting its defense spending. This is not about, he talks about, Europeans sharing their burden, but the reality is that the NATO, we get more bang for our buck with NATO than perhaps any other global institution that I can think of, and so I think that number speaks to the, improvement, but for what, right?
Right. Great points. Great points. Gabe Lipton, thank you very much.
Great to be with you guys. Thank you.
Great to see you. You can check out all of these stories and more by subscribing to the Signal newsletter. Of course, sign up for it at GZEROmedia.com.